Hey everyone, welcome to this weekend's video, which is an update on my ISA stocks and shares. And this particular video is regarding the three main ETFs. So as you can see from the screen, this is for the week ending the 1st of August 2026. So we started a new month and the ISA continues to build and the snowball continues to build a little layer by layer also. So just to say that this is obviously not financial advice being given in this video. It's purely a recording showing my own personal journey with my own personal ISA stocks and shares. So as you can see on the screen, as per usual, on the right hand side is last weekend's position of my three main ETFs, and from the title you can see these are my growth builders and my foundations. This is what I call my concrete foundations. On the left is the image of this week's position. Now, as I do it each week, there obviously isn't going to be, pretty much 99.9% of the time, much difference. Little bits of ups, little bits of downs. So where these videos will really come into their own is when, in a few months' time, and I've done one of these every week, you can look at one video and then say go back 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, whatever, and compare the same video showing the growth or fallings, come for that matter, of my foundations at these sort of periods of time. But as I say, week on week, it doesn't either grow or fall a lot. But I like to show them, record them for, as I say, these purposes. But you can actually see, and as I say, I've got these three main concrete ETFs. My Vanguard FTSE, well, £7 growth. In the S&P 500, about £5 growth. It's pretty much flatlining at the moment on the Invesco E3Qs. Now, I would say, and I have to be completely transparent, that I think I may well have added, I'm pretty sure I have this week, £10 to each of these three. So actually, overall, they probably all slightly fell a bit, but that's okay. I'm being totally transparent. As and when I've got some money to put into not only these three ETFs, but also the other stocks and shares, I add it. And that's fair enough, because if the prices go down, well, for the same money, I can buy slightly more parts of the shares. So that doesn't worry me. And I always say this is obviously a long-term plan. So with any ISA, the minimum long-term plan is 3 to 5 years, and really looking at 10 years, 20 years, and if you start sooner and young enough, 30 years plus. I started later with my ISA, but that's okay. I run this and love to do this as a hobby, and it's a hobby that pays, which is great. You get a financial reward for doing what you love doing, and I love seeing the movement of the stocks and the shares and the ETFs up and down, and when the dividends come in, I love to see them. So yeah, as I say, we got some slight differences, slightly up on the first two, a little bit down on the E3Qs, and I think I did add £10 to each one. So perhaps overall they are slightly down, but not a great deal, and nothing I worry about, because they're going to go down. They'll probably go down even at some stage, even way more than this. But I shall just keep buying, getting at a cheaper price, and then when they go back up again, net the results. So yeah, so the snowball, as I like to say, using that metaphor, is growing just a little bit each week. Each week, a little bit more money as and when I can afford it. Some growth as and when it happens, and it keeps building, and we just keep the momentum going, and it will show in months, in years to come. I will just say, as I always remind everybody, I started this. I used to say the end of February. I think it was the end of January, actually, to be quite honest, 2026. I started the end of January 2026. As I record, this is the 2nd of August 2026. So we're sort of going into 7 months' time. So it's still really early days. So hope you've enjoyed our update. If you've enjoyed it and you enjoy the videos generally, please subscribe, like, and follow. Because the real thing to do, what I try to do, is put over excitement about investing. We want to get away from that old thought where you took money away and it's really boring. Let's get some excitement. Let's watch the dividends come in. Let's see the ISA grow. And don't forget, it's tax efficient. Even with some of the things the governments are doing, even on the ISA perspective, it's still tax free and dividend free, and you can still put up to 20,000 per year over 65, even with this recent amendment or this amendment coming in, and I believe it's 12,000 under 65 into your ISA. So it's still a great place to put any money. I think for most people, under retirement age, pensions would be your first port of call. That would be your most efficient tax place. But of course, you can't withdraw it until you're 55 plus, and then you really want to leave it to 60 plus. Whereas with the ISA, you can put it in, and I would suggest leave it in for long-term growth. But if you do want to get at it, you can withdraw it or your dividends or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, please subscribe, like, and follow. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video really soon.